Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Brooklyn's Defender. Okay, this was introduced in 2015. It was made in association with the New York Comic Book Convention, the Comic Con. I used to go to comic book conventions back in the 1980s when it was largely devoted to collecting comics, you know, and trading, and I would go there and buy a lot of back issues. They had some movie stuff like they were showing. I remember that they had the Comic Con in New Orleans in like 1986. Yeah, it was 87, and they were showing Battlestar Galactica, the whole series, and they had the Godzilla brothers there and all that. But once they became so oriented toward costume play and guest stars and artists, and there was a de-emphasis on back issues and buying and collecting, and the prices went very high. I stopped going. It used to be like $3 to get it. Regardless, the big one is in San Diego, and I was there one week when that was being held. I did not go. Defender, I don't know much about this hero at all. Actually, I know nothing about it. I have many comic books from the Defenders series, The Defenders, from 1971. I have the first three that were in Marvel Feature, the introductory, the pilot. Then I have Defenders number 1, 1972, all the way up to 125. I stopped my collection with the last appearance of the Incredible Hulk. Anyway, and then there was the new Defenders starting right at that point, and I wasn't really interested in that. But probably they were fine to have. I bought this at Calandro's. It was $1.99. It's 6.7% alcohol, which is the same as the other one I bought at Calandro's in East Baton Rouge Parish on Louisiana Highway 427. Same price, $1.99, and that was Anchor. Go West, Go West! Exclamation mark IPA. They use British Pale Barley Malt here. Cara Red, Crystal, Roasted Barley, and Melanoidin malts. Pilgrim, Willamette, Cascade, Mosaic, and Amarillo are the hops. It gets a very good score on Beer Advocate. The bros say it's good, so B+ or B. But then Rate Beer saying 89 out of 100, 81 out of 100 for the style. So a little bit higher. They say it gets the red color from darker roasted barley malts. Otherwise, their description was that it was just a West Coast IPA style ale. And I've never had it before, and I never saw it till I went to Calandro's. And there are a decent amount of written reviews and maybe three video reviews of it. I'll have to check those out. It's kind of rust red more than red, more like maybe a light tomato red. The head is not as thick as that Go West. Still off-white. So that other one was orange, gold orange, and this is more like reddish orange, maybe, something like that. And there are some chunks, I see, some yeast chunks. Oh, never mind, those are bubbles clinging to the side of the glass. Now the Anchor Go West, I gave it an A. It was most excellent. No, not as aromatic as the Go West. It's more like subdued. It is more subdued. It's mellow. Brown bread crust. Maybe and I'm saying maybe some low-level fruit. But for a beer, if you're looking for a beer that's bursting with aroma, this is not going to be it. By the way, I'm aging a Monster Ale from 2012. I got one more year on it. I'd be curious to try that. They no longer make Monster, which I was disappointed to find out. So it's a nice looking beer. You know, it's not terminally pretty, but it's nice. It has some decent lacing. Sweet, a little sugary, definitely brown bread, and whereas the Go West was a a sweet white bread. So there's that. There's really no tea-like qualities or tannins that you will get in red ales like the Murphy's Red Ale and the Franciscan Well Red Ale from Ireland. The mouthfeel is much lighter as well. It's more like mid-medium, right? So medium mouthfeel. Prickly, very prickly, more prickly than the Go West. And the finish is crisp like that other one, maybe a slight bit drier. The bitterness is much lower. Okay, that Go West had pretty strong and building hop bitterness that was very pronounced in the last 2 or 3 sips. This one is mellow. I mean, it tastes, wait, this thing is tasting more like an ESB. ESB, but it still has the fruity hop notes to let you know it is, I guess, in the IPA category range. It's not going to have the caramel like the ESB. Best before date printed on the bottle. Oh yeah, it is printed on the bottle. It should say printed on the bottle, but you can't find it. I tell you what, if that is printed on the bottle, let me go stand by the window and see if maybe I can pick it up there. And this is not from Utica, this is from Brooklyn. I guess Brooklyn has expanded their capacity where they can make a lot of their own beers now instead of contracting out to Utica. It's sort of, oh, never mind, that's copyright. Maybe this should say date printed on some bottles. Well, the air conditioner's coming on, and I did a brandy review with that thing running, and the blower motor's so loud, and it didn't really make the video too nice. Of course, the brandy Hartley's wasn't very nice at all. This one is nice. It's sweeter, it's sweet. And I don't know how to describe it. It's not, it's sugar though. It's not, any sugar substitute. I'm going to say A- with reservations because maybe it should be higher than A-. So I'm going to say A- with the understanding that I may be lowballing it, but that would be the worst, I would say, A-. I mean, that would be just like picking it apart, being super critical, and it's really nice. So Les Bon Ton Relais, an excellent beer, no matter what, and I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans.